When I become very agitated, complaining to another no longer supports who I am. Thanks for everything. I have no complaints whatsoever. That's the answer. What do I do with this agitated state? Thanks for everything. I have no complaints whatsoever. What a beautiful, that should be our mantra. Agitation, interesting. Something is stirring up. Something's wanting to be changed. And the mere question about it is saying there's resistance to agitation. Of course, the subject heading, venting. Somehow we've learned not to feel whatever arises. Instead, we make up words for it, and it's true, we will vent. Got a moment? I got something to say to you. You want to hear this? You're in pain? I've been in pain for 10 years. However, we can look at what arises. Instead of pushing it down, hiding it away, throwing away the key, it's here. It's what's in your field of consciousness. It's not who you are. And this is where we end up. This is the little trick here, because what we do with this agitation that arises, we begin to identify with it. And of course, we know that's not who we are. So this is why we want to push it down, because we begin to identify with it and think, oh my God, this is who I am. It's going to last forever. Of course, we know deep down we're the infinite I. So we take what this thing arises like, oh, it's going to last forever. We're taking it into ourselves, which is eternity. Infinite. And we go, oh dear, I've got it. But no. Come into this stillness and allow this agitation over whatever emotion that is arising. Allow it to be here. Okay, it's here. Wow. But yet I'm the field of space, of consciousness. This is here. Oh wow, all these thoughts are coming up about it. I want to vent about it. It's actually probably not a good idea to vent, but just look at this. Actually feel it. Because maybe this state of agitation is signaling something. It's stirring something, stirring for a change. So of course, the more that we resist this state, all states come and go, so this state of agitation, of course, what will happen is the impulse to want to just, of course, vent it out. The next person who comes along, because we don't like this feeling inside. So the next person that comes along, but if we can just, okay, here it is. Wow, what does it feel like? What is it stirring? What is stirring inside me? What is it that needs to be changed? And without trying to think about the answer, just allow it to kind of percolate and allow it to arise. And if it doesn't arise in that moment, maybe it'll arise tomorrow. It doesn't really matter when the answer comes. The primary importance is that you stay still. And in this stillness, the agitation will either dissolve because maybe it's just something old and really doesn't need changing in this moment. Whatever thing that is agitating you in this moment. It's trusting that who you are the core of who you really are, and that which arises in you, the wisdom that you are, will come when you need it, when it's needed. This is the spiritual life, living in the unknown, the unmanifested, amidst the manifestation of life. Knowing deep down inside that whatever manifests itself is impermanent, always changing, and has secondary importance, relative importance. But who you are deep down inside has the primary importance. Nobody and nothing can agitate you unless you let it. And when you let it, that is a signal that you have bought into something external of you. Everything is a call to come home. Every single moment is calling you home. You can either stay home, remain here, or you can leave. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter. Because even when you leave, it's not real. It's an illusion. You haven't really left. It's just that you have forgotten who you are. You've bought into it, the world of form. And when you buy into that, suffering happens. Then the suffering brings you back home. See the cycle? Circle. The suffering. Come home. Brings you home.